Hey, good morning guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Jimmy Trades here for your Tuesday pre-market walkthrough. Please sub to the channel guys, make sure you like the video and turn on that notification icon as we charge towards 1,000 subs. Again, targeting 1,000 subs by the end of January, so I need your help and support. If you can share the channel far and wide, that would be greatly appreciated. Let's reach that milestone of 1,000 subs. And as always, I'm truly grateful for all your support, guys. Now, I must mention that I think it was Friday last week, I mentioned in the video that we had a market closure for yesterday, and I should have mentioned this in yesterday's video, but I completely forgot. There's a market closure on Thursday. So the markets will be closed in respect of Jimmy Carter, in respect of his passing. Okay, the ex-US president. So the markets will be closing for the day on Thursday, so there will be no trading. All right, let's keep rolling. Let's get over to the calendar. What do we got today? We have today 10 a.m. news, high impact news at 10 a.m., ISM services PMI, and JOLTS job opening. So if you're looking to take a position prior to 10 a.m., by all means, you know, I now start hunting from 8:30 kill zone. But I would also likely exit my position before the news drops. If I was in a position, or at least have it to break even, just in case the market does something crazy in the opposite direction to my position. So be aware of that, or just wait till after news drops to hunt for a position. Whatever you're comfortable with doing, that's completely up to you. Okay, let's move over to the charts. Let's have a look at the bias from yesterday and see how that played out, and then look at what we can possibly expect today. So heading over to NQ, a reminder too guys to grab those My Funded Futures Starter Plus plans, 40% off for new users, 20% off for existing users using code Jimmy. And always 50% off with Apex using code Jimmy, even when they don't have a current sale. All right, so NQ yesterday, we had a bullish bias, and the idea was we were looking for price to reach up into this bearish FEG, which price did in fact do that. And then we were going to assess price from there. So price has had a reaction here. We did close back below the midpoint, so we haven't managed to disrespect this FEG yet. We've mitigated the majority of that as we pass through the FEG, but we've closed back below the constant encroachment. So with that idea in mind, I'd be looking for price to respect this level. So looking for price to run lower today. Let's jump down to the hourly and see what we have down here. So we had a bit of a sell-off, but I wouldn't say we've flipped bearish just yet. We haven't managed to get a close below a series of up-close candles to give us a change in the state of delivery just yet. What's the... Yeah, no, I'd like to see some displacement lower And if we get that, it might be at this level here, for example. If we can displace through this level, then we can anticipate price moving lower. And I do like this low resistance liquidity through here. And sort of coupled with that, we do have these relative equal lows as well. So I like the idea of price reaching for this level. And we may see price move up into, so if we look at this leg, move up into this premium FEG before potential reversal. And then if we were going to use the failure swing here for our standard deviations, we could do that. We could just run from the high to the low here and see where price might be drawn to. This other area of relative equal lows through here aligns with this -2 to 2.5 region. So that's what I'm looking for if price does in fact move lower. And we can see also here we have these relative equal lows. So if we get some manipulation higher as we come into New York and then potentially move lower, looking for an opportunity to get in on the way back down. Okay, let's jump over to ES. So similar story to ES. We had a nice reaction out of this bearish FEG. We had a bullish bias moving into the New York session, and we were wanting to watch how price reacted to this level. We had a strong reaction here. Price was unable to close through, and I'd be looking for price if we do run higher. We have decent size wick to the upside here. I'll be watching to see how price reacts if we do move higher, but certainly I'll be looking for bearish price action today. That would push us to this ERL at the current stage, unless we obviously print some more structure, but this would be our internal to external on the daily time frame. Moving down to the hourly. Same idea with NQ here. We had the same low resistance liquidity on NQ, so we're telling the same story here. Again, these equal lows through here and equal lows through here, acting as a draw. So we'd like to see price, if we move higher at open with some manipulation, and then look for price to draw lower. Running our standard deviations from the high to the low. Sees the -2 aligned with this low point. But we want to see a change in the state of delivery here as well, which we don't have just yet. But using the daily bias, bearish, and we want to see something like this occur for price to run lower. Okay, moving over to oil. So on the daily, we had a bearish bias yesterday, and we pretty much nailed that, which is cool, which is really good to see. Price reacting from this imbalance here on the daily. I was looking to also see if price was willing to grab that high at the same time, but it did not. So we had a nice reaction here. Now, we've taken previous day low. So what I'm interested in right now is if price runs higher, then do we react from the 50% level of the previous day's range? Okay, because otherwise what I'm looking for is price to reach down into this gap here. So something like this. Maybe Monday's put in the high of the week, and then we'll see a reversal at the back end of the week to push us higher or something like that. So I'm going to want to see how price reacts to the 50% level here. So I'm going to stay bearish while we respect this level. Okay. Moving down to the hourly. We're going to change in the state of delivery on the hourly through here with displacement. Yep, that's good. Okay, so we're going to want to see how price reacts here. Now, we have this bearish FEG that price is resting in at the moment. So are we going to respect this level? Do we push through? If we do push through this FEG, then we're going to want to see how price reacts here. Okay. If we respect this level, we can anticipate price to continue to move lower. Or do we push through and disrespect? Okay. And if our daily bias is bearish and our market structure is bullish, then it's a good time to sit on our hands. We want to make sure that we're seeing the same bias across both charts, okay? Because at the moment it's also looking like price is printing. I'm going to actually ignore this single down close here, but we are getting a breaker here. And price is currently displacing higher as well. You can see a slight volume imbalance here too. So there's also the potential, if we do run lower, to get some resistance here. Okay. So we're going to want to see how price reacts here as well. Jumping over to Euro futures on the daily. Let's get over there. Another good call with bias yesterday. So we had a bullish bias running into the day and very nice price action here. And it looks like at the moment, price might even print a balanced price range, candle balanced price range. We also have an inversion here on the daily, another balanced price range here, depending on how you look at it. So I will be targeting this high and remaining bullish today. And then once we sweep this high, we can look to see if we react to that level. Moving over to gold. So we had a bullish bias yesterday, and that didn't really play out. We see we had a bearish candle closure. Again, just to remind everyone, why do we have a bias? That's how we use our opportunities to get into the market. So you could have had a bullish bias and got in down here and then rode, you know, if there was an entry function, of course, rode this buyer's wick back up. Even though we had a bearish close on the daily, you could have had a bullish bias and taken a trade higher here. So the bias is just to help us get a position, and as long as that position aligns with all our rules, then we execute. So what we can see, and the reason we had a bullish bias is we were inside this FEG, this bullish FEG. Now price did in fact respect this level. So we mitigated it, we pushed lower, but price got bought back up, and we've respected this bullish FEG and closed above the consequent encroachment of that level as well. So targeting this high, I also like this high because it falls short of this bearish FEG. So for me, this is a nice draw on liquidity. So keeping with the same bias we ran with yesterday, we'll be looking for bullish price action. Might just look at the hourly. Looking at the change in the state of delivery is probably here actually. And we can see price respecting this level too. You know, several attempts at testing this level and we pushed away. And we continue to respect bullish PD arrays, small FEG here. Price pushed out of as well. So for me, that would mean that my bias and narrative and logic are aligned on gold. Dixie, let's just move out to the daily here. Okay, so we put in equal lows here. I'm going to continue to look for price to run lower till we sweep this low here. And potentially even head into the remainder of this gap. So staying with our bearish bias. RTY. Okay, up into a bearish FEG on the daily. Sweep of a high as well. Let's move this arrow out here, clear this up, and looking for price to run lower. We have this low resistance liquidity here as well. There's a good case here for price to run lower. So keeping bearish for RTY. Quick look at YM. Okay, so we have a nice volume imbalance here that price respected. Very similar to oil with a decent volume imbalance that price has reacted to. We can see that seller's wick here. I'll be looking for price to run the low. Okay, hopping over to GU. We had a bullish bias yesterday, and again we've run the bias accurately there. Another great example. And what have we put in? We've got a really clean inversion, balanced price range here. Almost identical size gaps at the moment, and price pushing off of that. I'll be looking for this high to be run here as well. Nice displacement here. So keeping our bullish bias for GU. Let's head over to Bitcoin now. Oh, very nice. Very nice daily candle closure there for Bitcoin. We tap into this gap. We have. Okay. Let's have a look at the high. The high on this candle is 760. The high in this candle is 747. So we did run this high. So that is a sweep there, which puts us into this gap. Just a touch though. So moving from our internal, I'll be looking for price to, if we do run lower, then I'm going to want to see this 50% level of the daily candle respected. If we can respect that level, then we bounce and get up into this FVG, and then we might be looking for all-time highs. And my initial target was always at this level here. Let's have a quick look at Ethereum. Ethereum on the daily. Pushing out of this bearish FVG. Have this low resistance liquidity through here as well. You can see this engineered liquidity through here. We have a bullish FVG that price could reach into. So moving from this internal. Rightio, let's wrap it up there, guys. Thank you again for watching. Appreciate you all tuning in. Remember to sub to the channel, to give the video a like, and turn on the notification icon. Please make sure you leave comments. I do like to respond to them. It helps with engagement. It helps with pushing the videos far and wide. So please do comment. And let's keep pushing till we get to 1,000 subs, and then we'll just keep pushing again. Everything is going swimmingly at the moment. And a reminder too, guys, if you want to hang out during trading sessions, jump on a stream. My link to the Discord, Trade Foundry Discord, is in the description below. So I'd be excited for you guys to come over there and join me in there as well. All right, guys, thank you so much. Have an awesome Tuesday. Bye for now.